Hi, I'm Dr. Dank Nermal, and this is Questions and Answers with Dr. Dank Nermal. We got an email coming from dribblegal@cmd.gov. Dear Dr. Dank, my wife and son recently watched Ghostbusters starring Dan Aykroyd, a classic. They're now terribly afraid. How can you help as a man of science? Well, first off, I just want to let you know that there are many things a lot scarier than any spook or specter out there, and one of those things is called a Grumpkin. Now, I was in the hills of Scotland searching for truffles in some more rocky, hilly areas, and I fell through a large stump hole into some sort of subterranean cavern. It was there that I first encountered the Grumpkins. Now, a Grumpkin, if you can imagine, is sort of like an old man, an old curmudgeonly man. Whereas, you imagine a regular-sized 6-foot-old man. Now imagine you shrink him and he stays proportional down to about a yay big, about a foot tall. They have their own dialect. It's kind of like a grumbling sort of... They kind of grumble and screech and croak at you. And it's a very nasty language. They quite often treated me like an invader. They poke at me with small spears and, they try to tie me up like in that book, Gilligan's Travels. The men there were, pretty small, about yay big, but so these men were, 10 times their size. So, still small, but, very, very scary. One day, everything changed with the Grumpkins when they had laid a trip trap down, and I tripped over it, and when I did, all of the truffles I'd collected came tumbling out of my trouser pocket. Spotted the truffles, and they all scrambled over to them, and their leader, the Grumpkin with the longest beard, raised the truffle above his head and said, I'm a dopey, and he pointed at me, the tall man, and bowed before me, and it appeared that they loved truffles. They might have even worshipped them. So to answer your question, you could say that monsters really do exist.